Guys, I explicitly said not to panic. Guys, there was one rule. There was one rule and I said not to panic. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to stream. Welcome to stream where I said don't panic because I had to go to the bathroom right before stream started. I was like, guys, I might be like a couple seconds late. Don't freak out. And I just look at the chat and it's just all panicking. You guys are silly. You guys are so silly. Anyway, hi. Hi, it's me. Hi, it's me. Jump scare. Sorry, I forgot my usual intro. But yes, hi gamers. No pee, only stream. Brother! I had no idea there was a stream today. Surprise. Surprise. This was kind of a short notice stream because I didn't know if I was gonna be recovered enough from Momocon yet in order to stream today. But I decided that I was. However, full warning, gamers, this stream might not go the full 3 hours that you're used to. Because your girl is not fully recovered from the con, and we'll talk about it. But, yeah. How's my volume, by the way? I was farting around with my mic settings before the stream. Because I know that my streams have been a little quiet recently. Sounds good, good, good. Okay, good. Cool. Cool, 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 good. But yeah, don't really hear music. Yeah, the Spotify is turned down a little low. It's there, it's just real quiet because I don't want it covering up my voice. I don't want the music being too loud because then you guys won't be able to hear me, right? And y'all are here for me, not the tunes. Yeah, so hi gamers. Did you guys miss me? It's been a bit. It's been a little bit. And while I am not completely back up to shipshape, I wanted to stream today because I want to get this artwork done. If you guys haven't seen, my webbed comic Cast-Off is doing a Kickstarter for the next couple of weeks. And we currently have the Kickstarter campaign. It is linked in the box below the stream, as well as in the chat. Sly just linked it, and it's also in the pinned comment. We hit our next stretch goal today. So now everybody who gets a physical copy of the book will also get a free bookmark included. And these will not be like the usual promo bookmarks that I have been like giving out with shop orders. These will be new bookmarks with a new design. They will be double-sided, and I'm thinking also probably with fancy rounded corners. Ooh, pretty. The art has yet to be decided. I have not drawn the art for them yet, but I shall in the future. But for now, I am drawing the art for a new add-on because I had the idea for this cute acrylic stand, and it's gonna be cute. It's got all my babies on. Whoa! It's got all my babies on it. Vector's a bit of a phantom. It's fine. But yeah, so this is now an add-on that is available on the Kickstarter. So if you go to the Kickstarter and you go to back the comic, you go to back the project, you can select this as one of your add-ons. It's like an a la carte type thing. It's a little on the expensive side because it's gonna be more complicated than my usual acrylic standees. Each of the characters is gonna be their own little standee, and they're all gonna fit onto the same base. But having a standee with multiple uprights, that's what they call them, is more expensive than a standee with just the one. So it's a little bit more on the expensive side, but I figure it's a collector's item, and these are going to be Kickstarter exclusive. So if you want this standee, this Kickstarter will be the only place you can get it. I might bring it back in the future for future Kickstarters, but Kickstarter campaigns will be the only way to get this standee. And I don't know when the hell Volume 2 is happening, so... You want one of these? You gotta get in on that. Link is in the chat, in the pinned comment, and also in the description. I would love to see us get to 36k by the end of the stream. That would be pretty cool. That would be a pretty cool thing to have happen. But yeah. So, I don't know if I will finish this art today, because like I said, I don't know if I will stream for my usual full 3 hours, because I am not up to 100% yet. God has cursed me with tummy pain today. It has been a different thing pretty much every day since I got back from the con, and I am sick of it, quite frankly, but God gives his hardest battles to his toughest soldiers, and I'm apparently on that fucking list. But yeah, just real quick, I forgot about the Kickstarter. Hang on, I'm gonna, whoa! So we have all this cool stuff that you can get on the Kickstarter, but also we have stretch goals. Oh, I gotta change the graphic. But yeah, so we passed the bookmark stretch goal. We have this one already, but at 45k, we get some extra pages going into world building and concept art and things of that nature. I've already been brainstorming what I want to put in the book. I want to phrase it. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to format it like pages from Frankie's journal. And so it's just going to be like his notes and things and stuff, talking about different aspects of the world building that hadn't really had time to shine in the comic, but I figured that people would be interested in, but we will only get those if the Kickstarter reaches 45k. And then if we get to 55k, I'll add in some extra pages talking about my art process and how all that shit works, and that could be neat and cool and fun. New goal, 100k so Star can get a new car. My mom and I were joking about that like I should have a 100k stretch goal, that if we get that, I get a new car and I do a cast-off themed final wrap. I can't back it twice, can I? I mean, I don't think you can back it twice, but you can raise your pledge and get additional rewards and shit. Corne Howard, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. 55k. Jared, sit down. Jared, I know you're already on my highest tier. I know you are. But yeah. Make it like a collector's edition, looks like a spell book in the comic. I want to. I don't know if I would do, maybe that, listen, I think if we're doing hardcover, if we're doing super fancy, that's gonna be for a future Kickstarter. I just want to get the books in print right now. But yeah. It's good to finally meet you at Momocon. I missed your panels, but you're so sweet in person. Oh, thank you! Thank you for coming, and I hope you had a nice time, and thank you for saying hi to me. I would sort of kind of like to apologize to folks who met me at Momocon, especially folks who met me on, like, Sunday or Monday. Guys, that Momocon almost killed me. I was so emotionally, physically, mentally dead by the last day of Momocon. That is the most tired a convention has ever made me. Like, holy shit. That's the most worn down I've ever been after a con. I literally got home from Momocon at like 1:30-ish on Wednesday, and I fell asleep at 3 p.m. Woke up at midnight, took a shower, went back to sleep, got a full night's sleep. And then the next day I did like 2 things, which was like half unpack one of my suitcases. And then I was so tired that I basically hibernated for the rest of the day. Still got a full night's sleep afterwards. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't think that it was like actually sick. I think I was just so stressed that my body responded by making me sicker. Because I did have an almost 101-degree fever 2 days ago. But I don't have one anymore, I'm fine. It went away like the next day. But I looked it up. Jared, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, thank you. Can we get a hype in the chat for the gifted memberships? If you got a membership, make sure to say thank you. But yes, Jared, thank you as always for the gifted memberships. I appreciate it. But yeah, I did almost have 101 degree fever on Thursday. Yesterday was Thursday. What year is it? I don't know. Was that yesterday? I swear to God, I'm living in a time loop. I got home on Tuesday. That's what happened. I got home on Tuesday. I keep thinking I got home on Wednesday. I got home on Tuesday. And then I spent most of Tuesday sleeping. And then I also spent most of Wednesday sleeping, but also Wednesday I had 101 degree fever for most of the day. And then I was like, I have literally no other symptoms. I don't think I'm actually sick. I think that I worked too hard over Momocon weekend, and my body is freaking the fuck out. And I am going to actually use the nice fancy bathtub I have in my house that I've never used. I've lived in this house for 2 years. I've literally never taken a bath in my nice fancy bathtub. I was like, I am sick. I am tired. I have some bath bombs that I got for Christmas and I never used. I'm going to try and chill myself the fuck out. So I took a bath with some bath bombs, and I forced myself to eat some soup, despite the fact that I could barely stand up. I made myself some soup in a can, and then I tried to sleep that night, and I woke up fucking freezing, and I think that was my, I think that was the fever breaking. But... yeah, and then I felt much better yesterday, still a little eepy. And then I, felt I was fine for the first half of the day, but then later on in the afternoon, I started getting, sorta kinda chest pains. Not like heart attack chest pains, like I pulled a muscle in my back type of chest pain, where it kinda, radiates toward the front. You guys ever get that? And I was like, okay, fine, I'll go lay down some more, I guess. I've basically been laying down for 2 straight days, but sure, I guess I'll lay down some more. Thanks, body. And then today I woke up and I have a tummy ache that won't go away. And someone on when I was complaining about this on Blue Sky, someone said, unfortunately, I think that's just the curse of being in your 30s. And I was like, no, shit. Ah. So yeah, it's every day this week has been something new, and I would like it to stop because I have shit to do. I have shit to do. But yeah, so TLDR, thanks to everyone who came to visit me at Momocon. I'm sorry if I seemed eepy. It's because I was. I have never been so eepy after a convention. Holy shit. Star got diagnosed as old. I did. Someone on Blue Sky just walked up to me and chose violence and diagnosed me with old as fuck disease, apparently, and it's incurable. So that's what my week has been like. I hope you guys' has been better. Ah! Have you ever been to C2E2 in Chicago? I've applied several times. They will not let me in. They will not let me in. They look at my application, they say, no, she's weird. And then they don't let me in. But that's one of the shows I want to go to once I actually have my book. If you guys want me to go to a specific show, you gotta tell the convention that you... Okay, well... That's not too much, thankfully. I don't know how that happened. But it's fine. Oh, wait, am I recording my time-lapse for this? I'm not! Ah, shit. It's fine. Almost had a moment there, gang. But we're fine. Elvis, Illinois area people should start requesting Star. Yeah! You guys want me to go next year? You gotta request me. Cause like, I'll still put in an application, but you know, it would help if they saw that people wanted me there. Cause I gotta tell you, being like, so Momocon, for those who don't know, I was like actually a guest. I was in the panel book and everything. I was on the app. They put me on some panels and those were fun. That was cool. But yeah, like I had so many people come up to my table while I was at the con and tell me that they came to the con specifically to meet me. And that's wild. That is still wild to me that people would come all that way just to see my dumb ass. I'm just like, hello? Hello? Am I really that cool? I don't know. I don't know, I just think it's neat. But yeah, I was one of those people. Yeah, see, people are doing it. And so it's like, wow, it's cool. One of those people were me. See, yeah, see, there's another one. There's several. There's several. There's several. But yeah, I just thought that was really neat and very cool. Thank you guys for coming to visit me. I appreciate it. The biggest ego boost ever! Ha ha ha! Nah, I'm still like a little bit... It's gotten to the point where it's just like I have a hard time processing that people think I'm cool enough to come to a convention specifically for me. I'm just like, what the heck? Oh my god, thank you. Ah! Ah! But yeah, and then so many people gave me fan art too, which was really sweet. I'm gonna have to like start putting them in like a binder or something because I've got too many now. I've been given so many by people at cons that I've run out of room on my bulletin boards. But I have an old like portfolio binder that I used to use for I used to use it for art school. But now I haven't used it in a long time. But it's just like an 8.5 by 11 portfolio binder. It's like really nice. So it's like, I should start putting fan art in here because then I can still look at it. It's easy to look at it. It's not just like in a pile. It's pretty. I got several. Oh yeah, and then it was very funny. Because Jay got fan art too. For those who do not know, some of the D&D squad came with me to this con because we decided, like, let's get the freaking gang together. Let's use this as an excuse to get some of the gang together. And not everybody could make it, which was sad, but a couple people were. Yeah, no, Jay got fan art. It made me so laugh. You made the Jay fan art. Oh my god. Okay, because like, okay, so somebody came by my table and gave me fan art, and they said, here, this is fan art for you. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cute, thank you so much. And then they said, oh, and there's a second one that's fan art for Jay. And I looked at it and I laughed extremely hard, and I will explain why in a second. But Jay was not at the table at the time. He was still up in our hotel room, like getting ready to come down. And so I texted him as soon as they left, and I was like, Jay, you gotta get down here. Somebody brought you fan art. You gotta get down here. And he was like, what? Oh my god. And so he like, about half an hour later, he like zooms over and he is like, show me. And I show it to him. It's a picture of his stupid little acorn icon that he uses on my streams in the shame cube, and it said, get cubed, idiot. And I laughed so hard, and he laughed so hard. It was so fucking funny. It was so funny. I'm like, look, Jay, you got fan art. I didn't take a picture of it. I forgot to take a picture of it, but if you guys bother him in the Discord, he will probably... Don't bother him in the Discord yet. He's not home right now. He had to get home and then immediately go on another trip. He is not home right now. But bother him in a couple days. Bother him on Monday, and maybe he will post pictures of the Get Cubed Idiot fan art, because it... I cackled when I saw that shit. It was so fucking funny. You can't not post it. I didn't take a picture! I forgot! I forgot to take a picture before I gave it to him, and I don't have it anymore. He has it. Bother him. It is his fan art. Vector, my son, your hand is too small. My dear sweet son, boy, son, my boy. Your hand is too small. I have to redraw this. It was very funny. I did laugh extremely hard. But yeah, Momocon was fun, but there were several clusterfucks at that con. For example, the one that is freshest in my mind because it happened literally the morning we were supposed to leave, was Jinx, Jay, and I shared a hotel room, and like we were supposed to wake up pretty early because we were all going to take an Uber together back to the airport. And so my alarm was set for like 6:30-ish because we had to take an Uber at 7 because my flight was at 10 and I knew that with Memorial Day traffic, it would be pretty bad. Like traffic would be pretty bad. And so we were gonna wake up super fucking early to go catch this Uber. Well, Jinx went too. Yeah, Jinx came also. Yes.
Hey,
so
Jack,
it was me and Jay and Zoe and Jinx. But yeah, and so we were all planning on piling in an Uber together, and then we would all ride together to the airport. That was the plan. However, Jinx and I were awoken by Jay at 5:30 in the morning, who apparently wakes up and checks his email at 5:30 in the morning. And thank goodness he did, because the Canadian's flight got canceled at 5:30 in the fucking morning. And we were like, we have to leave for the airport in an hour. And their flight did not get rescheduled, it got canceled. And we were like, huh? Huh? Show the pickle man. Oh yeah, so see, there's Jinx. For folks waxing, who is Jinx? There's Jinx. Jinx made me Pikmin! I don't have a picture of them on my computer just yet, but I will post them on Discord if people remind me after the stream. Jinx crocheted me some Pikmin. Some Pikmins. And they're very cute. I put them with my Switch games. I have a shelf for my video games and I put them over there. They're alive and I love them. Not alive. They're little guys. I hope they're not alive. Oh no. You ever get tired and you say the wrong thing? I need to see the pickle mints. I will post a picture on the Discord if you guys remind me after stream. Do not at me, just remind me. They're cute. But yeah, so anyway, we woke up at 5:30 in the morning and Jay was like, guys, our flight got canceled. And then the three of us were like, shit. And so I created life. Yeah, apparently. Your crochet skills are too good. And so the two of them were like very frantically trying to rebook their flights like an hour before we had to check out of the hotel room. And they were able to reschedule their flights, but didn't realize until after they rebooked their flights that the rebooked flights were not until the next day. And we were like, we don't have this hotel for another night. We have to check out in like an hour. Thankfully, dear friend Sarah and Athena, who we were hanging out with all weekend, live in Atlanta. They're like a 30-minute drive from downtown. But thankfully, thank every god in the universe that Sarah wakes up super fucking early for her job. Because I was able to call her at 6 o'clock in the morning and be like, Sarah, my love, my darling, my precious angel, I love you so much. I am so sorry that I'm calling you at 5:30 in the morning. The Canadians' flight got canceled and their new flight's not till tomorrow. Can they come sleep on your couch? And they said yes. And I was like, okay, we're just gonna get these nerds an Uber to your house. And so we were all supposed to take an Uber together to the airport, and I instead had to watch the Canadians get into a different airport to go spend more time with my friends. And I was a little jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But it's fine. I then had to stand in line at security for an entire fucking hour because Memorial Day traffic. This line at airport security was so long, it literally spilled out into the food court. It was wild. Sarah and I had adventures. What do you mean adventures! Did you guys went on adventures without me? That's so not fair. That's so not fair! I want to go on an adventure. I know that I got there several days early, and Sarah and I got to go on adventures together. Before. A little jealous, not gonna lie. They took me to Target adventure. Let's go. Oh, so the Canadian friends had flight drama both on the way there and coming back. Actually, I forgot about the first one. So this will come up in the video that I make. But I was actually the one, I paid for Jay's flight. Because I was like, listen, because I'm a guest, I don't have to pay for my own flight for this con. And since Jay wanted to come, but probably couldn't afford the very expensive flight, I was like, hey, if you can be my designated helper for like the entire weekend, if you can be my on-call helper person for the entire weekend, I will just call that a business expense and I will pay you in plane tickets. How does that sound? He was like, good, thumbs up. And I said, cool. And so I was the one who ended up buying his plane tickets for him. And unfortunately, the cheapest tickets down here, down to Atlanta, only had like a 1 hour layover. But I had a 1 hour layover through the exact same airport when I was coming back from Canada, back in March. And I figured that it would be fine. So I get a text from Jay and Jinx. We're like all texting each other because we have a group chat at this point on Discord. And they're saying, okay, our first flight just landed and we now have 20 minutes to get to our next plane and we have to go get our luggage and go through security again in the next 20 minutes. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean you have to go get your luggage and go through security again and you only have 20 minutes to get on your next plane before it leaves? And they were like, we'll be fine, probably. And I was like, are you sure? That does not sound like the words of people who are fine. And so Sarah and I, while all this was happening, we were running around. We were like running errands. We went to Kinokuniya. We were just like kind of vibing and hanging around. And neither of us could like focus on anything when we were walking around the bookstore because we were just like waiting with bated breath to see if the Canadians caught their next flight or if their flight was gonna get like, if they had to get on the next flight to Atlanta, and who knows when that was gonna be. And it's just like, oh my God, they're gonna miss their flight. They're gonna miss their flight, and I was the one who booked those tickets, and that means it's my fault if they miss it. I thought that an hour layover would be enough time. What did I do? And we were just like walking around Kinokuniya, like looking at books and not processing anything because we were just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. We were just like waiting to confirm that they got on their flight until they finally said, it's like, okay, we didn't actually have to go through security again. The app that we were using lied to us. And we're fine, actually. And we have like 20 minutes to get to our plane. And we're gonna be fine. And I was like, please text me once you are sitting on your fucking plane, please, because I'm about to freak out. I'm gonna freak out over here. But no, they texted that they were able to get on their connecting flight and everything was fine. But Sarah and I were definitely like looking at manga volumes and not actually looking and just being like, oh my God, they're gonna miss their fucking flight. And the con's tomorrow. Oh no, we totally did go through security again. I can't believe that they fucking made you do that. That is so dumb. But I was just, Sarah and I were just like standing in the like fucking bookstore just being like, oh my God, 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 what the fuck, what the fuck? But no, they were fine. This entire con was like, everything turned out fine, but what the fuck? It was like the entire time. The entire time, legitimately. It was, And then I wonder why I got a stress fever as soon as I got home. And then I wonder why that happened. So yes, it was quite an adventure. This is why I drove to Momocon. See, driving to Momocon would take like 15 hours for me. I'm not doing that shit. I don't need to be putting that many miles on my car, and I don't need to waste a whole day in a car. I can do the my town to Atlanta drive all in one day, but it is not preferable. It's like 15 hours. Ugh. I gotta drive through the fucking South. There's a bunch of weird Jesus billboards. Blech. And the Canadians couldn't drive because they're in Canada. And none of them have cars. But it's fine. But yeah, I'll be talking more about all the nonsense for Momocon when I eventually make my Momocon video. That will be coming out probably sometime in the next couple of weeks. But I have a lot of other shit to prioritize. So... yeehaw. Like the Kickstarter, and getting all my shit together, and doing a lot of other stuff. Because people were asking me what my next con is after this, and the answer is I don't have any... sort of. So I have the next actual convention I have on the books is I'm doing a little bitty local library con in Pflugerville, which is like a suburb of Austin. But that's not until September. And so my next my next event that I'm doing, however, is I'm doing like a guest illustrator visit at one of the libraries closer to me. Caddybat. No, I'm not doing Caddybat this time because that is, I'm on hiatus. But the Pflugerville Library Con, they reached out to me specifically and they were like, hey, you've done this event before, do you want to do it again? And I was like, if you're gonna, yeah. If you ask me nicely, then yeah, I'll do it. That would be like the third time that I do it. They like me. They like me over there. But yeah, so aside from that, I'm doing a guest illustrator visit at a library in June. And aside from that, I don't have anything else in my lineup. But I need to fix up my PowerPoint and do some prep work for the illustrator visit. And that won't take very long. It'll take like an afternoon, but it means that I have to, you know, carve out an afternoon with which to do it. Yippee. And then, you know, I gotta work on pre-press stuff for the Kickstarter, get my book all looking cool and nice. And then I have to keep up with all my other stuff, you know, like keeping the comic going, and I had to buckle down and work on stuff last night despite my tummy ache, because tomorrow is the 1st of the month, which means I have to do a new mail club thingy. Do you guys want to see next month's mail club illustration? It turned out pretty cute, I think. Patrons have seen it already. But look, it's my kiddos. Look at my kiddos. The theme for next month is all my kids are ace. Look at my kiddos. They're very cute. Ah! Oh, that's the wrong thing. There we go. There, you guys can see the little thing. But yeah, these are my kiddos. The theme was gonna be like ace for next month, and I would have done something a little bit more involved, but I was tired. I was fucking tired, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do something fun and cute, and most importantly, easy. Easy. So that is the print for next month. If you want this print, don't join the Patreon until tomorrow. Join the Patreon in June if you want this print. Wow. But yes, so that is the June print. It is cute. I like how it turned out. Yes. I don't know if you remember, but I'm the person who made you a keychain at Momocon. It was an honor meeting you, and what I said still stands. I would do anything for Vector. Oh, thank you so much! If you mean the little, like, bead keychain with my username on it, I stuck it to my fanny pack. It has joined the collection of dangles from my fanny pack that I take to conventions with me. But yes, so thank you. Thank you. Whenever people give me little trinkets at cons, if I can, I like to stick them to my fanny pack. I have a whole fucking collection now. That thing jangles. That thing jangles. It's got a lot of stuff on it. But I like it. Where's my water? I need to redraw Vector's hand, but I don't wanna. He doesn't need a second hand, right? He doesn't need that. He doesn't need another hand, right? He's fine, he's fine. I'm gonna draw the other hand. Who needs hands? Not me. Hands are silly creatures. $51 away from 3,600. Ooh, you're so right. Ooh. Hey guys, Cast Off Volume 1 is on Kickstarter right now, and we're very, very close to 36K. Ooh, the link is in the chat and in the video description. You could be the person who pushes us over 36,000 and gets us one step closer to our final stretch goals. Ooh. It could be you! You could be the legend! Ooh. I like this hand though. I'm just hyped for bookmarks. Good! The bookmarks will be cool. I haven't designed them yet, but they should be very neat. That is the goal. I am a professional artist. Still recovering from the amount of money I spent at Momocon. Oof, same. I did not do nearly as much damage as I could have, but I still bought more than I usually do at cons because I was just like, I'm gonna make a smart financial decision today. Does not make a smart financial decision today. But I bought several things. I bought a Gale plushie. I bought a plushie of my husband, who I was cuddling during almost the entirety of my my post-con hibernation. I love him. I bought a very, very cool The Adventure Zone wall scroll from another artist who was like one row over from me. And I don't know if they have socials because I've been looking, and the only social profiles that I found for them hadn't posted in like several years. But it's so pretty. And if people remind me after the stream, I will take a picture of it. but I just like, I saw it and I was like, oh, I must have it. It's $65, I must have it. And I put it in my room so that even when I'm laying in bed and sick, I can stare at it because it's pretty. And I like the Adventure Zone, and none of you are going to judge me, okay? Okay. And I bought like some cool cut acrylic, like it's like this spirally purple and blue glittery acrylic, and it's really pretty, but they're cut like the silhouettes of D&D dice, and they're all kind of like hanging in a string. And I hung that in my hallway because like there's this very little narrow gap between two of the doors in my back hallway. And it was just like it's like 7 or 8 inches wide, and it was just the perfect width to hang a little thingy from. And I hung it there and it looks very pretty. 36K, let's freaking go! Let's go, Kickstarter, let's go, let's go! Fun fact, gamers, one of the reasons that I wanted to do a stream today was so that I could advertise the Kickstarter. That is my reason for it's just like, I'm still kind of tired, but I need to work on this art, and I gotta make it content because I have worms in my brain, and also I need to advertise the Kickstarter because YouTube is my biggest platform. Let's go! Technically, TikTok is my biggest platform, but because TikTok never shows my shit to anybody, it doesn't count. So, eat shit, TikTok. Bleh. You have engaged in subliminal advertising. If this is subliminal, then this is not subliminal, my guy. This is not subliminal. This is me actively advertising. Advertising on my super secret whisper network. You want to hear what the whispers sound like? It sounds like this. Back my Kickstarter! That's me whispering. That's my whisper network in action. Yeah, always plugging. ABP, always be plugging. Anyway, Vector's inked. Look at my son. Rip headphone users. Listen, I have filters on my mic. That should not have been overly loud. I may have clipped the mic pretty significantly, but... Star said calmly. Yes, exactly. I'm very calm and so normal. I am extremely fine and calm and normal. And we all know this about me. Oh my gosh, so this is completely random and does not relate to anything that we've been talking about at all. But you guys want to know something funny? Do you guys want to know something funny that I was laughing at yesterday? Hang on, I'll grab a picture. I'll grab the screen cap so I can paste it in here, and you guys, we can all look at it together. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Where is it? Yes, it's in this chat. I'm about to be insufferable, and you guys will see why. Here, look. Look at this email I got yesterday. Famousbirthdays.com wants to know. Because I'm apparently famous enough to be on famousbirthdays.com. We added the Starfishface's profile to our website. All we're missing now are her photos. Famousbirthdays.com. Trying to get me to dox my face. I'm a YouTube star, and don't you guys forget it. But yeah, I just like, I looked it up and like, no, it's legit. It's legit. This is like their actual email, and they sent me a email. And so, look at the bio that they wrote for me. Look at the bio they wrote. One sec. Blam. Look at the bio. The Starfish Face YouTube star. I'm a YouTube star, and don't you forget it! I'm a YouTube star! A celebrity! I'm famous! YouTube content creator and artist who rose to fame through the use of her self-titled channel. She publishes videos of her illustration work and comic character art. She is also a VTuber. She has more than 120,000 subscribers. Cause I'm a YouTube star. I'm a big fucking deal. You've ascended in the eyes of famous birthdays. I have. I am officially famous enough for famousbirthdays.com to notice me. And don't you forget it! Don't you forget it. Anyway, that was my silly little thing. That happened to me yesterday that I was posting screen caps in the friend chat about. It was like, guys, look, I'm a YouTube star. I'm a YouTube star. It's more coherent than those articles. It sure is. It sure is. Oh, man. So speaking of that video where I read weird AI-generated articles about me, I have an idea for my next membership video. I have no idea when I'm going to post it because, unfortunately, I have this terrible habit of whenever I get bad, mean comments, I just block the person and delete the comment. And I've saved screen caps of a couple that I like sent to my friends to laugh about. But I want to make a video where I just like read my hate comments and laugh. And laugh at them. And Zoe said that she wants to do it with me and I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Let's read rude comments about me that people left on my YouTube videos. And so I don't know when I'm gonna make this because I need to like get some more, which is a weird thing to say. But like, you know, in the future when I have gathered enough mean comments about myself, I want to make a video where I like read some of the stupid mean comments that people have left me. Unfortunately, I have not screenshotted all of my favorites, and so they don't exist anymore. And I'm like, dang it. Dang it. Everybody go leave me some nasty comments. Don't actually do this. Don't actually do this. Don't actually do this. Because if you leave me a mean comment, I will block you and then you'll never be able to chat or leave a comment again. I will not know that you are joking. And so I will just block you. But I got one today. I'll read you guys one I got today that I laughed about. So the context of this comment is that,
Mother, do we not ship to the UK? Asking for chat.
My normal store does not ship to the UK because VAT is a pain in the ass, but my Etsy does. So, yeah. But yeah, so the comment I got today, I won't say what video this is on, but it was one of the videos talking about my Kickstarter. Don't go harass this person. I'm probably gonna delete the comment later anyway. But this fucking guy said, good for you for finding connections and having the luck to be successful. Some artists unfortunately don't have that no matter how hard we work. And I'm like, I'm sorry, do you think that I just have like secret connections that where I just walk into their office and I'm like, hey, secret connections, make my Kickstarter successful? Like, I will admit that luck is part of it. I will admit that luck is part of it, but like, connections? I don't know about that one, gang. The connections I have are with my peers that I occasionally comment on their Instagram, on like their posts. But like, I don't have like secret powerful fucking connections or anything. Star worked with the FBI to boost Kickstarter. Yeah, that's what some people seem to think, apparently. This guy in particular. And I was just like, it sent me on a spiral, right? Because I posted a comment to that like in my friend group chat and I'm like, look because here's the thing, gang. If you guys leave me a rude comment, I will not dignify it with a response. I will simply send a screenshot of it to my friend group chat, and we will just laugh at you. That's all you're gonna do, is you're gonna get laughed at by me and my friends. But yeah, that one in particular just made me go, huh? Huh? Because, like, so this person is accusing me of having all these, like, secret powerful connections, right? Like, my networking is really paid off. And yet at the same time, I got a question from someone at Momocon this past weekend asking me, it's like, hey, so you're in the, like, the art YouTube community, right? What's that like? Because I hear there's a lot of drama. And I'm like, I wouldn't know, because I don't have any friends in the YouTube art community. I literally don't know any. I know of other art YouTubers, and there's people that I watch, and there's people that I've interacted with like a handful of times, like once or twice on Twitter or whatever. But I wouldn't say that I have any like close friends in the YouTube art community. And I'm just like mortified. It's like, oh gosh, what if I'm forgetting something? But no, like all of my YouTube friends that I know are all video essayists. And I met them through Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm like, I don't know why this person thinks I have connections. Because I am notoriously have a very hard time making friends. See, if they watched all your videos, they would have also seen how you struggled and still kept trying instead of being angry about the failure. Yeah, right. I openly talk about, like, how I have anxiety that makes it really hard for me to make friends. Like, the only reason I have friends as an adult is because I was adopted by extroverts. I'm so bad at making friends for myself. The last friends I made for myself were some cosplay friends, and I don't talk to them anymore because they ended up being assholes. That's not true. I have a couple other cosplay friends. I just haven't seen them in a really long time. But like my one notable cosplay friend that I like made all on my own, and we were friends for a while. We kind of had a falling out, and we don't talk to each other anymore, and that's like a whole thing. But it's not worth going into right now. But yeah. Like Sarah. Yeah, Sarah was the extrovert who adopted me in college. We just happened to be standing next to each other during college orientation, and she was short and I was tall and I could see over the crowds, and she asked me if I could see the orientation sign that she was looking for, and it turned out that we were going to the same orientation group. And then she just adopted me, and now I had friends. And now we've been friends for like 14 years. We are buddies. That's me and Sarah. Oh, we dropped under 36. Yeah, someone must have canceled their pledge or like lowered it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But yeah. It's not a big deal. It just means we get to celebrate a second time when we hit it again. Okay, so there's my vector inks. Here, we'll do Frankie next because I turned on his layer. Look at my little guy. Look at my little guy. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. But yeah, no, like, the closest thing I have to connections, air quote, is, I occasionally reply to people's like, fellow comic artists. I occasionally will reply to their posts on, like, Twitter or whatever. And sometimes they'll reply to some of my posts. But I don't have a lot of friends that I, like, message regularly. Because I am very shy. Despite any vibes I may give off, I am an extremely shy person. I am very introverted. I have a hard time meeting new people. I get scared. And so this idea that, like, I'm apparently such an expert networker, have, like, all these connections, and that's the only reason that my Kickstarter is doing well, is quite baffling and very funny to me. Like, if I have connections, it's because, you know, I've been working really hard for a really long time, and people like the comic that I make. Does that count as, quote, having connections? I don't know. The comments be baffling today, guys. I do not know what is happening. It's just like, if you're gonna roast me, do it properly, right? Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. People be wilding. I simply do my best to ignore. But I do also take screenshots of them, and now I save them so that I can eventually turn their hatred into content. I've seen firsthand how much the Cast-Off fandom has grown. There is now a consistent fan art and animations. We have a fanfic tag. Yeah, and that's mostly because of YouTube. But, like, because my videos do well, and as a result, people read my comic. That's not because I have secret connections. If I had industry connections, I wouldn't be a YouTuber. I'd have an actual job. Oh, man. Because, like, that, I've made videos about that, like, how the entire reason that I do what I do is because I wasn't able to get a studio job, and then it just ended up working out really well. But yeah. It's silly, gang. It's silly. Have you seen the Winter Frankie AMV? I'm not sure if I have. I mostly check the tag on Tumblr. I mostly check the Tumblr tag. If it was in the Tumblr tag, then I saw it. Okay, to be more accurate, if it was posted in the Tumblr tag before Momocon, then I've probably seen it. So, if... I know that someone did post a Frankie AMV, but I'm not sure if it's the specific one you're talking about. It was so good. Okay, that is the one I'm thinking about. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if, like, this was the one that I was thinking of. But yes, that one was very cool. I yell. I yell and scream. I think it's probably, if I haven't reblogged it already, it's probably in my queue. I have a queue for the Tumblr, for the Cast-Off Tumblr, that just posts like once a day. And, you know, like every now and again, I'll go through and I'll queue up a bunch of posts, and then it just posts once a day for a while. And I at some point ran out, but I filled it again before Momocon, so it'll be like posting consistently for a couple weeks. You have to feed the Tumblr queue. Also, wild thought, what if Cast-Off is getting popular because it's an amazing comic? Oh, thank you! But yeah, I really do try. I do my best. And it, like, you know, I'm just trying to make a good comic, and I'm doing my best to, like, yell about it and scream. Oh, speaking of yelling and screaming, a thing that I do frequently. So I've been waffling about this on and off for several months now. This is a topic that has come up during streams before, so this will not be a completely new topic to you guys. I've been thinking for a while that I want to do some kind of promotional stuff for my fellow webcomic artists. Like, I want to... Frankie, I drew your bangs wrong. Oh no, his bangs are too long on this side. It's because I drew him the other way first, and then I spun him around, and I didn't compensate for the length of his bangs being shorter on one side. Oh, my son. Oh, my sweet darling boy. I failed you, I'm sorry. Anyway, so I want to do some kind of thing where I do, like, webcomic recommendations, and I want to do it on YouTube, because YouTube is... Oh golly, hello? Dark Horse Workshop, thank you for the raid. Hello, welcome, welcome. We are drawing some new merch for my webcomics currently running Kickstarter, the link for which is in the description and pinned to the top of the chat. But yeah, we're drawing a new acrylic standee. So thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, so I've been thinking for a while that like YouTube was so instrumental in getting like all the new readers that Castoff has. And because I know that a lot of webcomics folks struggle with marketing, I figured like, well, I have raised this audience. I have grown this audience of people who clearly enjoy webcomics. I have grown this platform and I want to do something with it. And so I want to do like some kind of promo for fellow webcomic artists. Like I want to make videos, I want to do some kind of promotion to help get the word out about other comics that I enjoy. And I have been waffling for months on how exactly to do that. I was thinking at first is like, okay, I could, you know, draw fan art and make shorts, but that takes a lot of extra time that I don't necessarily have. And it's like, I could just, you know, occasionally do community posts, but I don't know if that would actually get a lot of attention, right? Because like I would want to put it in an actual video. I thought about doing an art style challenge where I try and emulate the art style of other comics. And I might still do that someday, but that's still a lot of work. And that's a whole other video that I would have to make. And it's like the amount of work that it would end up being kept like making me push it to the back of my mind a little bit, because it's just like, if it's too much work, I'm not gonna have time for it, unfortunately. That is the harsh reality. But I am a very busy person who has a tendency to stress herself out so much she gives herself like fucking stress fevers, which is a cool thing that my body can do. My body's like, hey, you want to see a cool trick? And I'm like, no. And then my body does it anyway. And so I'm like, okay, what's the way that I could do this that would have the most impact, but would not cause a lot of extra stress for me? And then I realized that I'm stupid, and the easiest answer would just to be like, at the end of each video, have a specific comment, like promote a specific comic at the end of each of my videos. Like I have other friends who do like promos at the end of their videos. They're like, hey, here's a cool like project that I'm gonna promote for like a minute or so. Like do like almost like a sponsorship, but not really a sponsorship. Just like, hey, I have a large platform that I want to do something with. I'm gonna put some stuff at the end of this video to help promote some folks. And so I'm thinking I could do that. I could just make like little things where I write a quick summary of the comic and explain why I like it and explain why I think it is cool and like tell people about it and entice them to read it, and then just like put that at the end of each of my videos. And do just like a minute long little preview of what it's like, and then be like, hey, and the link is down in the description if you feel like reading it. And then I could also, yeah, community posts would work better than you think. Yeah, I'd probably also pair it with community posts, like post it in a video and then a few days later be like, hey, in case you wanted to check out the comic that I promoted the other day, here's the synopsis, here's the website, and here's a few sample pages from it. Perchance a Daughter of the Lilies name drop. That one might be one in the future, yeah. I have a couple in mind, but a lot of the ones that I would want to promote are already on hiatus. I'm like, wait, what? Why are all the comics that I read on hiatus right now? And like, I'm beans. But yeah, so I probably wouldn't do it in my next video. My next video, I want to try and get out sometime in the next couple of weeks so that I can promote my own Kickstarter. But then after that one, I think is when I would do it. And they'd probably go like at the end of my videos. But what I'm thinking is I need to come up with some kind of name for the segment and also where it's gonna go. I think probably I'll put it like after the main body of the video is over, but then before the credits. Or after the credit? I'm not sure. Probably before the credits, so that it's not like the very last thing, right? I think it would probably make the most sense to do a community post with the link and everything right after you drop a video that has been shot. Yeah, exactly. Vector's webcomic library. Yeah, but see, if I do that, then people are gonna be like, who's Vector? And then I'm gonna have to explain it. So the name that I was kind of bouncing around was something like Star's Comic Corner or something like that. But I want to make it specifically for web comics, right? Although I suppose I could also do like graphic novels. Because I have been reading a lot of graphic novels recently that are fun. But yeah! Star shoutout space. The alliteration is very good. Shoutout is a good verbiage to keep in mind. But yeah, so I'm thinking I might start doing that with some of my future videos. The tricky thing there is that I know for a fact, because I've already gotten emails asking about this, is people are going to want to pay me to put their comics in the end of my videos. But the thing is, I don't want to have to comb through comics that I've never read before. I want this to very specifically be stuff that I actively like and I actively recommend. Because I don't want people just to use me as a promo machine. I want to actually promote shit that I like and that I think could use more views. But yeah. You could be really mean and make a note to not shout out creators that do that. I mean, the thing is like, all of the people who do that are people I've never heard of. Like, my friends are not the ones doing this. Like, the comic people that I know are not the ones doing this. They're like randos that I've never heard of sending me emails and being like, hey, how much do we have to pay you to put our comic in one of your videos? I literally got an email like that yesterday. Of like, hey, how much would it be to sponsor one of your videos? And I'm like, probably out of your budget. I usually get like anywhere between a couple $100 to $1,000 for a sponsorship. And that's on the low end. But yeah. It's just something I'm thinking about. I already have like a like kind of a list in my head of just like my favorites. But a lot of the ones that I read right now, like I said, they're all on hiatus. And I wouldn't, and it's like for comics like that, I would want to wait until they are out of hiatus. Because that way you'd get the best bang for your buck. I wouldn't want to like promote a comic that's actively on hiatus because then people would have to wait. And I feel like there would be more impact if you started reading a comic and it was actively updating, right? But yeah, so just be aware that that is a thing that may be happening in future videos. Because I think that would be the easiest way for me to utilize my platform of webcomic likers to help people find other webcomics to like. Yippee! But yeah, I will still probably someday, eventually, do the art style challenge where I emulate other comic styles, but I have no idea when that one's gonna be. I have a sponsor already lined up for a potential like art style challenge video, but I think for my first one, I'm just gonna do like art styles from games and movies and stuff like that. Because I think that would, God, not to sound too much like a YouTuber, I think that would get more views. But you guys get what I mean. I need to get back on Spvwvky, the City of Water. Yeah, that's one of the ones that like I would want to promote once it's off of its hiatus. That one's been on hiatus for a while because the creator's going through a lot right now. But I know she's actively working on coming back. So once it's back from hiatus, I want to promo that one. Because that one's really pretty. If folks like Cast Off, they'd probably also like Spvwvky. There's a lot of comics where it's like, if you guys like Cast Off, you might like this one. Go check it out. And so that's kind of what I want to leverage. If you do the comic art style challenge, could you do Lavender Town? I haven't read her comic yet, but I might. I might. Maybe. What did Jared? Jared again? Jared! Yeah. Jared, thank you for another 20 gifted memberships. My goodness, my guy. He's at it again. He's at it again. He can't be stopped. He's at it again. Oh my goodness. Sheesh. If you got a gifted membership, make sure to say thank you to Jared. He did the thing again. Again. Wow. My goodness. Jared's over here just like, I will not rest until the entire chat is green. I will not rest. He's at it again. Oh god, I have a sneeze. I have a sneeze coming. Nope. Nope. It's not happening. It's not happening. Dang it. But yeah, as far as the comics promos go, I just hope that they help. My goal is not just to promote stuff, but you know, your goal in promoting should be, I like this cool thing, everybody else go look at this cool thing. My dream for a really, really, really long time has been to be one of those people who can shout out something and then it just goes crazy bonkers and just like gets a whole lot of new viewers and shit. I remember I used to watch Game Grumps a lot. And I remember they used to joke about how, like, every time they mention something in a video, it, like, goes viral the same day as the video goes up. They call it, like, the Game Grump bump or something, where it's just like, yeah, we mentioned something in a video, and then it, like, sells out the next day. Or we mention a single video, it'll have, like, 100 views, and then, like, 100,000 people will go watch that video just out of nowhere. And I'm like, I have always dreamed of being that person. Which I guess means that I've always dreamed of being an influencer, but it's not that. I just want to have, you know, like, ooh, big thunder. We got a storm rolling in. But I just want to be somebody who has a big enough platform that I can be like, hey guys, go look at this. And then people actually do. And I feel like I have that to a certain extent right now. And that is cool, but you know, I want to be like, I mention a webcomic and then it gets like a bajillion new readers. That is my goal. You know, because like I have all the success, but there's room at the top of the mountain for so many people, right? I want to share it. I don't want to be the only person at the top of the mountain. I want to share it. I want us all to stand on the top of the mountain. Which is why it's always been wild to me that, like... I've talked about this on streams before, but I do think I privated those VODs just because I didn't want people to gossip or whatever. But, the first time I ever broke up with a friend, it was a friend of mine who I had known for basically my entire life at that point. We met in elementary school and we were friends all the way through high school. And we ended up breaking things off because she decided that she saw me more as a rival than anything else. She had wanted to be a scientist for her entire life. And then once I got accepted into art school, she was like, my art is better than Star's. And I could do so much better. And then she applied to an art school and she got in and then dropped out after one quarter. Or after one semester. And it's just, she made it very clear that she saw me more as a rival than as a friend at a certain point. And it rubbed me such the wrong way because it's like, I don't see other artists as competition, and I never have. Like, I want everybody to make it. There's no one rule saying that, like, you can only like one artist. People can like multiple artists. People can read a lot of webcomics. What person only reads one webcomic? It's like, if you like a webcomic, you can read more than one. I'm always super flattered whenever someone says that Cast Off is their favorite, but I never expect it. It's like, I want people to read a lot of webcomics because there's a lot of really good ones out there. And so that just really hurt, you know, because I want us all to make it. I wish that all of us could be successful, you know? There was like a post, I saw this on Tumblr a while back, I think. I don't remember the exact verbiage, but it was like a picture of a sign, and I liked it, and so I reblogged it on my personal account. But it was like I don't like the competition, I hope we all make it. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop my inspirational nonsense here for a sec. If the stream randomly stops, it's because my power went out. We're getting lightning and it's thundering now, and so my power very well may go out at some point. So if the stream just randomly dies, just assume that we had a power flicker and my power went out. Getting that out of the way before I continue my ramble. I'm gonna save my drawing real quick. But yeah, it's just, I don't like seeing other people as competition. Like, and if I do see other people as competition, I keep that shit to myself. You know? It's like, I'll see someone as a rival and be like, oh wow, their comic is doing super well. I want mine to also do super well, and it, you know, drives me to work harder. But I don't drag them into that. Like, they did not, if they don't want to be my rival, I'm not gonna make them my rival. I feel like there's, you know, there can be benefits to having like a mutual friendly rivalry with someone. Because, you know, it's the idea of like a rival drives you to work harder, right? But that's not something that you should foist on your friends without them also agreeing to it, right? And that's what this quote-unquote friend of mine did. Was she decided that she saw me more as a rival, someone to compete with, than someone that she was actually, you know, close friends with. And that is why I am not friends with her anymore. Good old friendly competition actually did sort of have that. Yeah, like, friendly competition is one thing, but this was very much not that. This was just like me, you know, doing my best and drawing cute little pictures on DeviantArt, and she was actively going behind my back and trying to sabotage me and quote-unquote steal my audience. And once I figured that out, I did not say anything to her. I did the exact same thing back to her. She noticed within 24 hours of me doing it, tried to call me out for it, and I said, I only started doing this because you were doing the exact same thing to me, and it feels like shit, doesn't it? And then when she tried to backpedal and say, oh, well, we're both at fault for being silly and immature here, I was just like, no. No, you're done. I'm not talking to you anymore. It's the worst kind of BS. Yeah, I can tell you guys that story. I won't tell you, like, the whole one. Was she the one from that llama story? Yes! So, like, I have told the story on stream before. I wrote the entire story as a script for a hypothetical YouTube video that I'm probably never gonna make because I don't want to stir up drama. But journaling it out was very therapeutic. And I scripted it like a video. Just because that's how my brain likes to write things now, apparently. But yeah, I'll tell you guys the story if you're interested. So, TLDR, 12 years of us being classmates and friends, and I used to sleep over. She was very, like, spoiled. She was the type of person, like the very narcissistic types, where it's like she was the quote-unquote leader of the friend group. And if she didn't get what she wants, she pitched a fit. And she was just like, she got everything she wanted because she would just beg her parents until they said yes. And when she tried to do that to us and it didn't work, she would get pissed off. And whenever we had something that she didn't, she tried to steal it from us, literally. She stole my copy of Pokemon Crystal when I went to a sleepover with her. She tried to steal several Yu-Gi-Oh cards from me while I was sleeping over at her. She would like steal stuff from me when I slept over at her house. She would stay up later than me. She would wait until I was asleep and then she'd steal shit out of my bag. And then when I spent the next morning looking for it, she would feign ignorance. It was wild. And so this continued throughout all of our school days, basically. But, you know, I just never put two and two together. I mean, I did at a certain point, but it was too late. And then in high school, we both joined DeviantArt. And then she started getting very competitive once I said that I wanted to start applying for art schools. And then when I actually got into an art school, like I said, she decided that she wanted to go to an art school too because she thought she was better than me. And I have it on good authority from a mutual friend of ours that she talked all kinds of shit about me behind my back and how bad my art was. And that she was a better artist, so she would definitely have a better art career than me. And after I finally, but she was always really bitter because I had more followers on DeviantArt than her. And we were both like uber small potatoes. I had like 300 followers on DeviantArt maximum. And I think she had like maybe 100 or 200. I'm not actually sure. And she took that real personally. She mostly drew like her weird self-insert character whose name was like her self-insert's name was something, this is not it, but it was something along the lines of the master of the universe, right? Like the genius mastermind of the universe or something like that. Like that was literally her self-insert's name. It was like an acronym. Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven White, kind of a little bit. And she mostly just drew her self-inserted into whatever media that she was watching at the time, watching or playing. And I like to draw like little fan comics. I would occasionally draw original stuff, but I mostly liked to draw like little fandom comics because that's how I showed affection for things. Is like I would draw silly little comics, like I still do today. If I like something, I draw a silly little comic about it, and then I post it online for other people to have a giggle at. Like that's my MO. That is what I do. I make silly little comics that make people laugh, and that's been my MO since day one. Well, because I mostly drew fan art, I ended up getting a lot more followers on DeviantArt than her, and she took this real personally. She did not like that I, the inferior artist, had more followers than her. She took it real personally. And so this is the part where we have to go into some of the semantics behind how DeviantArt works. DeviantArt is a fucking dead website. Nobody uses it anymore. But there is a system on DeviantArt, for those who are not aware, called llamas. It's a very silly thing. And basically, like, each person at the top of your profile page, you have like this little llama icon. And at first, the llama is just like a llama. It's like a normal little llama. But you can give llamas to other people. And so, like, if I go to Bob's DeviantArt page, I can give Bob a llama, and then Bob's llama count will increase by 1. And then Bob can also give me a llama, and then my llama count will increase by 1. Bob does not lose a llama in order to give one to me. It's basically like liking a page. You can only do it once, so I can't give Bob multiple llamas. But Bob has an icon on his page that shows how many llamas that he has been given. And if you reach like certain thresholds of how many llamas you get, your llama will change outfits. Like you'll get little outfits for your llama the more that you get. Like, I think you got one at like 500, you probably got one at 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, etc. And so the more llamas you got, it was like a status symbol, right? It's like you can look at the llama on someone's page along with their number of page views and number of followers and see how cool they are. Because the fancier your llama is dressed, the more llamas you've been given, etc. I can't tell if llamas is a euphemism for something. It is not. This is 100% a feature of DeviantArt, the website. I will find a picture. Hang on one sec. Images. Okay, yes, I found it here. I found an image. So these are like the llamas. These were the little icons that you can see at the top of people's pages. So if you had like 1 to 10, you had just like a normal llama. Once you got 10, it got upgraded to a super llama. Once you got 50, da-da-da-da-da. And so, you know, lots of people had these fancy llamas. And so the cooler your llama was, the more people had given you llamas and the more popular you were visually. Well, because I had more followers than my friend, quote unquote, she took it real personally. So the thing with llamas, there's like a certain etiquette with them, right? Because you can only give a person one llama. Like, I could give Bob a llama, but I can only give Bob one llama. I can't do it more. The common courtesy was that if you got gifted a llama from someone, you would go to their page and you would give them back. This was our llama etiquette. I know this whole conversation sounds so stupid, but this is legitimately why I broke up. I broke up with my best friend of 12 years because of fucking DeviantArt llamas. This is a real story. I wish I was kidding. I'm not. So, the common etiquette was that if someone gave you a llama, you would get a notification about it. And the common courtesy, the expected courtesy, was that you would go to their profile and you would give one back. And so the idea that some people came up with is that if someone goes to your page to give you a llama back, that means that they're looking at your page and they might like your art and think your art is cool. And then if they think that they like your art, then they might follow you. And so this was seen as a good way to get followers. You would just go around and you would give a bunch of people llamas. You would just spam people with llamas. And then occasionally, like, people would go to your page to give you a llama back. You'd get a llama back, but also occasionally those people would follow you if they liked your art. And so for every like 10 llamas you'd get out, you'd get like maybe one subscriber back or one follower back. It was not like a foolproof system, but you know, it was a better, for us who had like 300 followers maximum, each follower meant a lot, right? And so, and I tuned into your llama etiquette. I'm so sorry. I promise this is like a meaningful story. So anyway, the point is that using these llama badges on DeviantArt was a way for people, mostly smaller artists, to try and get new followers. So we can translate that back into, I had a friend who had a one-way rivalry with me, who was mad that I had more followers than her. So what do you think she did? Knowing about our whole llama system, what do you guys think that she did? She went to my page and she looks at all of my recent followers. She looks at all the people who have followed me because that is a public list on DeviantArt. And she would go down the list and she would click on each of those people. And she would send llamas to every single person who either commented on any of my art pieces, anybody who followed me, anyone who commented on my page. And she would go and she would send llamas to all of those people, trying to get them to follow her instead of me. So, how did I find out about this, you might ask? Because I did find out that she was doing this. Well, usually when you know, if someone gifts you a llama, sometimes what you do is you go on their page and you say, like, you can leave public comments on people's public-facing DeviantArt pages. So you go to their page And you would give them a llama back, and you would leave a comment on their page saying thanks for the llama. It was like very common. This is like middle and high school level shit. It was very just like, you know, teens being teens, right? But like this was the expected courtesy. This was manners. And so you would go to someone's page and you would say thanks for the llama, and you'd give them a llama back, and then maybe they would follow you and like say a nice thing about your art. So I at one point was on her page, and I was looking at the comments of all the people who had left comments on her page. And she had all of these people thanking her for gifting them llamas. And I was looking, and something struck me as odd. And you know what struck me as odd, chat? You know what I thought was weird about that? Is that I recognized every single one of the usernames. Because again, these were all people who had followed me very, very recently. And that's when I realized that she was just giving llamas to everyone who followed me in order to try and get them to follow her as well. Now, I could have just called her out about this. I could have just sent her a nasty DM and be like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? What the hell? But I didn't. Because the thing is that when this friend, whenever I caught her in a lie, she would always backpedal, and she would always try to make it like I was the one being unreasonable. I was the one. Why am I obsessing so much over this? Like, I'm clearly the one being unreasonable. She was just gifting llamas to random people. It's just a coincidence. She always did this shit. I knew that she would do it again if I tried to call her out here. So I didn't. Instead, I just went to her followers list, and I started doing the exact same thing that she did. I went to her followers list, and I looked at like a list of all of her followers, and I just started giving llamas to everybody on that list. She sent me a nasty DM less than 24 hours later. I am not kidding. She noticed me doing this within 24 hours, which means that she was checking my page constantly, at least daily, to do this activity. And then she noticed the same way that I noticed. And she sent me a nasty email. She's like, you're not very clever, by the way, sending llamas to all of my followers in hopes that they'll follow you back. And then I pointed out, oh, well, that's pretty funny, because the only reason I was doing that was because I noticed you doing it first. I figured that would be a good way to get your attention, and I guess it was, considering that we're having this conversation right now. And she did exactly what I thought she was going to do. She tried to backpedal and say, oh, well, actually, I guess we were both being immature, you know, because I was just so obsessed with beating you, and we've both been immature about this, really. So why don't we just, you know, brush it under the rug? And at that point, I was like, so I had tried to break up with this friend numerous times in the past. But it didn't really work, because it was like she was friends with all of my friends when we were in high school and middle school and all that. And so whenever I would try to cut her off, she was still like in my friend group, and I still had to, you know, interact with her on like a daily basis, because she was friends with all of my friends. I couldn't get rid of her. But when this happened, this was a couple months after I had left for college, and I went to college in a completely different state. Like, all of my friends stayed in Texas. But I went to school in Georgia. That was the straw that broke the llama's back. It really was, though. It really, literally, quite literally. And so when she tried to backpedal and be like, oh, well, actually, we were both being very immature, weren't we? I was like, I don't need to put up with this anymore. I don't need you anymore. And so I basically told her that, is like, I am sick of you. I am sick of you trying to treat our friendship like a rivalry when I just wanted to be friends. I am sick of you always doing this to me. I'm sick of you. And going to school in another state has taught me that I have friends who value me as a friend and not as a fucking rival. I have friends who treat me well and don't treat me like a fucking rival and try to undermine me at every chance. And I never want to hear from you again. And I basically dumped her ass, and she never responded. And then a couple months later, like, one of our mutual friends tried to like get the two of us in a Steam conversation, and I think I did humor it for just like a second, because apparently the friend was very upset. And then like we talked for like a couple minutes, and then we never ended up speaking to each other again after that. I was just like, listen, I'll humor you this one time, but I'm never speaking to you again. And so that's how I broke up with my best friend of like 12 years. Yeehaw, am I right? Over fucking DeviantArt llamas. Again, I wish this was a joke. It is not. That is a 100% true story. And maybe someday, if I'm ever feeling spectacularly petty, I will make that a video because I've already got the script for it. But I just don't want to... I don't want her to use it as an excuse back into my life. And I don't like making videos about drama. So, you know. You know, was this the same girl with the alt account? Alt account. I don't think so. Is that why Jay put the evil llama in What's Left of Us? Oh, there was some joke about an evil llama, and I genuinely do not remember it, but he does. He did, apparently. I don't remember if that was why. I just remember that at some point I made a joke about an evil llama on stream, and that may have been why, but I genuinely do not remember. But yeah. So that is that story. Legend says she still stalks your page to this day. Oh, she might. She very well might. She is, like, I was told what her Tumblr URL is, and so I know what her socials are now, even though she doesn't use the same, like, account name that she used to. And so I occasionally, like, once a year go look at her page just to see what the fuck she's up to. She's very active on Tumblr, and I don't think she's very active anywhere else, but yeah. I mostly go because it's just like, is my life still better than yours? Yup, okay. And I mean, like, yes, that is petty. But after putting up with her shit for like 12 years, I think I deserve it. Star can have a little petty as a treat. As a snack. Just a special little treat just for me. Let me know what her DeviantArt is. We'll send her a llama. No, absolutely not. I do not want her to know that I've been talking about her. Absolutely not. If I ever make this video, which, like I said, I'm probably not going to, because I don't like drama. But like, I even wrote the script with like I gave her a fake name. That I then had to change because when a friend pointed out, I was like, hey, if you ever do end up making this a video, there is actually another art YouTuber who has that same name, and I think this was probably unintentional, but you shouldn't use that one. And I was like, oh shit, you right. I just used it because it had the same first letter, but yeah. Don't give her even hate views. Yeah, exactly. And like, who knows? There could be even some internet sleuths who like find out who she was and then send her hate mail and shit. And like, I don't want people to give her attention even for that. It's like, she doesn't deserve to get canceled. She was just a douchebag. But it's just like, I don't want people to interact with her. I just want her to live her fucking life, and I hope that she is a better person now. I hope that she figures out what her deal is. But yeah. It's like, I don't want to cancel you, and I don't want people to figure out who you are, and I don't want people... The other nightmare would be for like people to find my old DeviantArt page and then try and guess who it was and then get it wrong and then try to cancel the wrong person, and like, cause like I've heard of that happening before. Where it's like someone talks about the story and, you know, they change all the names, but people go back in time and like try and sleuth through their social media posts to figure out who the person was. And then they get it wrong and they like stalk and harass the wrong person. And I can so easily see people doing that. And I'm like, no, stop it. But yeah. So that is my very dumb, very strange llama story from years past. Let this be a lesson to you, gang. If you have a friend who like actively treats you like shit, that person's not your friend. And also, if you have someone in your friend group who claims themselves to be the leader of your friend group, they're not. And you should probably leave that friend group because they're not good for you. There 2 times in my life I've had experiences where there was a quote-unquote leader of the friend group, and that person was like a huge narcissist and just kind of generally a terrible person. And I have left both of those friend groups. The first time, it was with my friend that I knew for like all of like grade school. And then when it happened a second time, everyone was like, Star, why don't you and this other person why don't you and the leader of our friend group get along? You're friends with all the rest of us. And I was like, yeah, because all the rest of you guys are normal and nice to me. And this girl just likes me for my clout. It was the fucking worst. That's an entirely other situation, though. That happened years and years and years later. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed Star drawing while talking about drama. But yeah, I genuinely don't want to be a drama tuber or anything. I just, you know, sometimes the battle stories are fun to talk about years and years. Once it's been long enough that you can not laugh about it, but talk about it without wanting to cry, I suppose. Thank you for summing to Star's drama rant. Yep, drama llama. Yes, exactly. If I ever made that video, I'd probably call it something like that. It's like DeviantArt llama drama. Why I broke up with my best friend. Oh boy. And then meanwhile, the friends I have now, the buddies that I've had since college, and like even my newer friends, we've literally never had a fight. We've had like stuff we'd had to talk about. We've never gotten into a fight per se. Like me and the squad, we don't fight. We talk like normal people. You know, if something's bothering us, we tell somebody. And then we use that information to fix the behavior. And if I ever piss off any of my friends, I would hope that they tell me about it so I don't repeat the behavior because they're my friends and I don't want to hurt them. But some people don't work like that, apparently. And some people just want to be butts. And that's the people that you leave. Didn't you and Jay fight with swords? Yeah, but that's different. That's different, and you know that's different. Don't you know that's a different thing. I stabbed him for content. And because he told me to. Jay would have won. I mean, listen, I'm pretty ornery. I think I could have at least given him a run for his money. He still would have won, but I don't know. I'm a cocky bastard. I can talk big all I want. And he's not here right now. 'Cause he's in Toronto. Doing different stuff. Doing unrelated activities, 'cause he's like paying attention to other people today. Honestly, cancel him for that. He hasn't showed up to my live stream, even though he knows I'm streaming tonight, because I decided it this morning after he had already left. Canceled, honestly. Can't believe that he's not paying attention to me because he has a family obligation over the weekend. Ugh. Talk about rude. You're telling me that your random internet friend doing a live stream is not more important than your family obligation? Ugh. Disgusting, honestly. So rude. So rude, right? This is a joke, obviously. It's about as good of a friend as he is a DM. Yeah, how dare he also cancel our Sunday game this weekend? 'Cause he's like gonna be driving and he's not gonna be home until later in the afternoon on Sunday, and so he can't be back to run our Sunday game, and so he canceled it. Like, what the fuck? How dare you not rotate your entire life around our D&D campaign? Like, how dare you, honestly? How dare you not center your life around me and my wants? So rude. The audacity, honestly. Yeah. The audacity. honestly, toxic. Yeah, totally. He's gonna watch this VOD later and be like, he's just gonna send me a frowny face in my DMs, and I'm gonna be like, what? Okay, so I actually do have a story. So for those who have been around for long enough, you might know that Jay's wife Rose sometimes joins us on our friend group streams, on our like D&D streams where we talk about stuff. And she has a tendency to, whenever he says something stupid, she shoots him with a Nerf gun. Well, while we were at Momocon, she I think it was a gift. I think someone gave it to her, but she now has a Nerf machine gun. Like literally, it's like a Nerf minigun. It is wildly huge. And she sent me a picture of it while I was at Momocon and said, "Don't tell Jay," but she has it now. She sent me a picture of it. I was like, oh my God. And then, so the, the day that the Canadians got home, I'm napping. I'm asleep because I spent most of that day sleeping. And here, I will read this verbatim to you guys because it was very fucking funny. Where is this message? Where is this message? Send it to me. Yes! Okay, so I was napping. I was sleeping. I was having a fucking nippy nap. And Jay just sends me a message. It's just like, it just like bold, italicized, just says, "You." And I had no idea what he was talking about, so I was like, what? He said, "I just got annihilated with a Nerf minigun and you knew." I was like, oh, that's why you're mad at me. Tee-hee! I literally just sent him back tee-hee with the little :3 emoji. And he was just like, it was a hail of darts. It felt like I was back in America. And I said, listen, Rose asked me not to tell you, I'm not a narc. And then I got sent a delightful video of him walking into his home, setting his bags down, and then getting fucking annihilated with Nerf darts. And I was like, yes, this brings me joy. I was in on it too. Yeah, Jinx knew, I knew, Rose knew, Jay did not know. It was very fucking funny. It's like, yeah, you leave your wife behind and you go to a con and that's what happens. You get fucking darted. Get fucking hail of bullet darted, nerd. It was just like very funny. I have watched it multiple times. Just like, T fucking he. And he was very mad at me. He's like, you knew this was happening and you didn't warn me. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not a narc. I'm not a fucking narc. And this is why I think that I could beat Jay in a fight. You just shoot him with Nerf darts and he is incapacitated. And then you kick his ass. And then you kick his ass. Tee-hee. T fucking he. It was very funny. It's very funny. I did have quite a giggle about it. Quite a giggle. T to the he. Ha 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 he. But yeah, so that was my little spark of joy, was watching one of my friends just get fucking annihilated with a Nerf minigun. It was very funny. And I did have quite a laugh. Quite a hearty giggle. T to the he. Ha 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 ha. Tee. Sudden silence had me thinking my computer was acting up. No, I just shut up for half a second. I just shut up for half a second. Believe it or not, I am capable of not speaking. It doesn't happen often, but when it does. Listen. Sometimes I just need to take a sec and grab some water and refuel the brain. Will you be at AWA? I will not be at AWA this year, unfortunately, probably. I'm not planning on it at this time, and I think their applications have already probably happened. The only exception, the only reason I would change that probably is if I get invited as a guest. If I get invited as a guest, then I will go. But aside from that, probably not. Because like I said, I am still kind of sort of on a convention hiatus. And also, my friends that I go to visit in Atlanta will not be attending this year because Anime Week in Atlanta is in December this year for some reason. And not only is traveling during the holidays really fucking expensive, it's also their anniversary. And so they're not going to the con. And so I'm like, well, if my friends aren't going, then I don't want to go. It was like my whole thing. Is I go to Atlanta cons to visit my friends. I did actually have the idea that once I'm not on convention hiatus anymore, there's like part of me that wants to try doing Dragon Con. Dragon Con is the biggest pop culture thing in Atlanta. It's fucking huge. And I feel like I could make bank there. Dragon Con has a lot of like D&D nerds, old school like tabletop nerds, like more American comics nerds. And I feel like I could do really well there if I got a table in their small press area. I could probably make bank at Dragon Con if I wanted to. But Momocon is 4 days and like half the attendance. And Momocon almost fucking killed me this year. Dragon Con is 5 days. I would die. I think I would just fucking pass away if I did Momocon, or if I did Dragon Con. If I did Dragon Con, I would have to hire multiple helpers. Because that is simply too much. Too much. But yeah, Sarah and Athena did point out that we do have a lot of Atlanta friends who I could totally, like, you know, pay to be my on-call helpers for the weekend and just, like, watch my booth for a while at a time. And so, like, I could do that. But also, holy shit, 5-day con. Ah. Being a small press, you could look into Small Press Expo here just outside of DC. Yeah, there's a lot of cons I want to go to. Once I have the cast-off books printed, I want to do Small Press Expo. There's a few, like, Canadian comics expos that I want to apply for. Like, there's TCAF and VanCAF. I want to apply to those. There's a lot of, like, common or, like, popular comics festivals that I've heard of that I want to go to once I have the cast-off books. Small Press Expo is definitely on my list. I thought Small Press Expo was in Maryland, though. Is that? Maybe that's closer to DC. No, I'm getting Maine and Maryland confused. Maine is the one that's really far north. Maryland is closer, isn't it? I know geography. Always packed at cons because all the ones I've been to certainly were. Yeah, it depends on the con. It depends on the con. Some are and some are not. Maryland and DC are practically the same. Yeah, I was definitely confusing Maryland and Maine. Ignore me. I know geometry. I know about the states. I live in America. Geography? No, geometry. That's where all the shapes are. Geometry is math. Sly, I'm fucking with you. Sly, I'm having a silly little joke, Sly. I am having a giggle. Yeah, geology. I know so much about math, but that's not what I'm talking about. Guys, I'm just fucking with you, please. That's why I said it in a silly voice. I'm joking. I'm joking. We're all having a giggle here, chat. We're all having a giggle here, chat. Stop thinking that I'm actually dumb. Ah. No. No. Bleh. Actually, you know what? I should do these. Because I'm going to make these little standees two-sided. So she can have her little belt buckle on the other side. Originally, they were running in the opposite direction, but then I realized that Frankie has to run from left to right, or else you don't see his eye, you only see his eye patch. And so then I flipped it. Because if I flip it around, then his eye patch is on this eye. I flipped it. Star has a college education. Of course she knows gastronomy. Yeah, I know all about the star signs. But that's not relevant to what we're talking about right now. A geometry is where the geomes grow from? Yeah, it's where gnomes come from, too. Duh. Anyway, we are all very silly here today. We're all just having a giggle together. And we are all going to acknowledge that I do actually know what geography is. Now I take a second to think about other things. And ponder what the next topic of conversation should be. I don't know, gang. I should have written this down ahead of time. I also don't know why I'm using the ASMR voice now all of a sudden. But I am. And so we're just gonna live with that. Totally random question. Would you guys like actually watch an ASMR stream from me? Because I'm gonna be honest, I am kind of into, like, not actually into it, but I've been watching several of those videos that are like fake joking ASMRs where it's like they're like 30 seconds to a minute long, and it's like roleplay ASMR where your boyfriend saves you from getting hit by a car and then gets hit by a car and dies. It's like boyfriend tells you, ASMR roleplay, boyfriend tells you he loves you and then gets hit by a meteor. They're so fucking funny. And they make me laugh so hard. Cause they start like There's one I found on TikTok where it's like cute barista at a ASMR roleplay, cute barista at a coffee shop is getting your coffee order, but then trips and spills 20 hot coffees in her eyes and goes blind. And it's just like literally there's like 30 seconds of this girl doing like this ASMR role play where she's like, hi you, welcome back to the cafe. Don't worry, I'll get your order started in a jiffy. Somebody ordered like 20 black coffees and so I just have to get these all out to this car. Oh, don't worry, I can handle it. Don't you worry, cutie. I'll get your order started in just a second. And then there's like Foley of her tripping and then the rest of the audio is just her screaming. It's so fucking funny. I'm crying. But it's so fucking good. I'm gonna try and find it and I'll just drop the link in the chat and you guys can watch it. Hang on. Let's see if I can find it. Yes, spilling hot coffee on your face and going blind ASMR. Is this the one I was thinking of? I need the specific. Yes, okay, I found it. Yes, okay. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link to this in the chat. But we are going to watch it together, okay, chat? It's just audio. I'm just gonna play this for you guys. Okay, here. I will pause the music. we will listen to this together, okay, chat? We're gonna listen to my new favorite thing. It's just fake weird ASMRs that just end in screaming. We will watch this together, all right, chat? All right, here.
Coming for your usual, huh? Don't worry, it'll be right out for you.
This is a minute long, don't worry.
Big order. Someone ordered like 20 medium black coffees, piping hot. I just finished pouring the last one. Huh? Oh, no, it's no problem. It can't be that heavy to carry all of them at once. All right. Okay. Just
turn down your volume, by the way.
Whoa! My eyes!
There's some ASMR for you. So here, I'll post the link to that in the chat. So that's my new favorite subgenre of video. Is people doing ASMR roleplays that take a very horrifying turn. I'm literally crying. It's my favorite shit. Just the utterly like, you know, going, you know, they're in character for the roleplay and then the screams are like so real. Star becomes a windshield wiper with a but dry windshield is where. Shut up! No! Stop! No! No! Don't make fun of me. Oh god. Maya makes themed ASMR videos, but it's like so fucking funny. I think that might have been one of her videos actually. The username sounds familiar. Oh no, this is a different person. But no, this is my new favorite subgenre video. Is quote unquote ASMR videos that start as like kind of cringe ASMR roleplay and then turn into just like the character fucking dies. Legitimately one of my new favorite things. They're so fun, especially because like they tend to title them very realistically too, right? Like Gerard from Hololive did one, I think. Hang on. Yes, boyfriend calls you and tell you're cute, but fucking dies because of a meteor ASMR. It's another one of my favorites. It is 22 seconds long. We're gonna watch this one too because it makes me fucking laugh. All right, here.
Hey baby, I miss you so much. My cutie patootie, my angel.
Stop your
my
cringe.
sweet summer. Oh my God, what the fuck is that? Is that a meteor?
I fucking die every single time I listen to one of these. Is that a fucking meteor? It just is so fucking good. The mic peeking is like peak comedy, pun completely intended. It's like, this man is dead and the audio is still recording. Killed by a meteor ASMR. Okay, like, I haven't watched any of these, but just like reading the fucking titles. Clumsy boyfriend shinks cruise ship killing thousands ASMR. It is so fucking funny. I just want a playlist of all these, and watching them all in a row will be how I actually die. Yeah. Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh boy. He sounded so nice too. I already miss him. Yeah, he's dead now. This man is dead. Your cringe boyfriend, he's dead now. Because he got killed by a fucking meteor. VTuber watches funny TikToks and dies ASMR. Yeah, no, there needs to be a natural disaster involved or it's not as funny.
Hi, Milo. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, chicken. Hi, chicken. Hi. Hi. Hi, baby. Are you meowing at me? Are you screaming?
Yeah, Milo is here for sponsorship segment.
Aren't you, Milo? Milo is here. Hi, baby. Hi, Eepy. Hi, baby. Oh my goodness. Hi. 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 There's a baby. Hello, Milo. Hello, my love. Milo, do you want to be a lap cat? You want to be a lap cat? No, she does not want to be a lap cat. She's walking away.
She's walking away. My throat hurts so bad from laughing. Oh. Ugh. But yeah, so TLDR is my new favorite type of video. I've only seen a handful of them, but I've seen enough to know that I think they're fucking hilarious. And that's all I need, baby. Oh boy. If I did one of those, what would it be? If I did one of those, what would I title it? I legitimately have no idea. It needs to involve some kind of natural disaster, right? Because those are the funniest. The ASMR videos are funniest when someone dies. TheStarfishface 2024. VTuber talks about comics but passes out from scurvy ASMR. Shut up! Shut up! VTuber laughed too hard, was hospitalized, and is now in recovery. No! Jeez Louise. VTuber gets struck by lightning on stream and dies. Why do you guys want to kill me with lightning? Why are there 2 of those? Hey! Why are there 3? Why do you guys think I'm all gonna get... Why are there 3 of you guys saying I'm gonna get struck by lightning? Oh, because it's raining. That's why, obviously. I mean, listen, electric is my favorite Pokemon type, but I don't want to die in the thunderstorm. Although that would be a fucking cool way to go out, but only if somebody else sees. It's only a cool way to go out if it traumatizes a shit ton of people. It's like, yeah, I want to go out in a lightning strike only if other people witness it and be like, it was, I want to be a story that people tell at parties. Okay, but no, I want to survive getting struck by lightning, because if you guys ever seen the cool scars that people get if you survive getting struck by lightning, I forget what they're called, but like, it like makes all your veins turn a different color, and it's wild to look at. They look so fucking cool. I legit want to give like a D&D character scars like this at some point. Hang on. I need to get struck by lightning and live so that I can have these cool ass scars. Lichtenberg figures, that's what they're called. Oh, this is so rad, though. And people will be like, where'd you get your cool tattoo? And I'd be like, it's not a tattoo, I got struck by lightning. Look at that! Look at how cool that is! Look! It's neat. I gotta get struck by lightning and live. So I can't die in my lightning ASMR. Michael Crewcourt, listen. Listen. Electric is my favorite Pokemon type! It fits. Okay. VTuber becomes subject to Egypt's 7th plague ASMR. Was lightning the 7th plague? I don't know my plagues. I'm not up to date on my plague lore. I don't know shit. Man, I need to listen to the new Magnus Archive series. I haven't yet. I was kind of waiting until they had a few episodes so that I could listen to a backlog of them all at once, but I just haven't been in much of a podcast mood recently. I've just been watching a lot of YouTube videos. But I do very much enjoy the Magnus Archives. I gotta go back and listen to the new stuff when I am mentally prepared to go on this fucking adventure. VTuber learns plague lore and gets the plague? Which one? There's so many. There's so many. I heard it was lesbian. It has lesbians, big clowns, and a needle man. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, but like, what was the 7th plague? If we figure that out, 7th plague is the rain of ice and fire. Lightning is not either of those things. I know that Avatar: The Last Airbender wants us to think that fire is actually that lightning is just fire but cooler, but that's not how that works, I don't think. How are we ignoring VTuber is taking chat for a walk and falls down a manhole ASMR? No, but that one would be fucking funny because then I would have to... Hang on, no, I'll do this for you guys right now. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Hey, chat, are you guys ready to go on a walk together? Let's go. I want to show you guys around my neighborhood. So let's go. Okay. Oh, there's a manhole. Better not fall in it. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Chat? Chat, are you there, chat? Oh shit, I dropped my phone when I fell in a hole! I fell in a hole, chat, call the fire department! Chat! Chat, I can't reach my phone! I'm in the hole, I'm in a manhole, it smells bad down here, chat! There, I did that one for you guys! How did that sound? Did that sound good? There, that one was perfect because I could just do it right now. Tee. That thought. I just whacked my desk really hard. I just whacked my desk really hard. That's how I did the thud. Oh my god. And see, when I started the stream, I thought, oh yeah, this will be like a shorter stream, probably. Pretty normal, pretty normal stream. I don't even know if I'm gonna stream the full 3 hours because, you know, I'm tired and my tummy hurts, but it'll be fun. And then end of stream was just like, guys, I fell out of manhole. I mean, it's normal for you. Listen, it is, but you don't have to call me out like this. You don't have to call me out like this. Hey! Hey! You've not escaped the manhole yet. Please, someone rescue her. Yeah, someone call somebody. I fell in a manhole. It's me, your favorite VTuber. I fell in a hole. Help! I can't climb out of this hole. Chat, call somebody. Help! God, can you imagine though? Has anyone ever fallen down a manhole while on like a live stream before? God, what a fucking way to go, right? I tried, but Jason Toronto was ignoring chat. Yeah, everyone. 911, what's your emergency star? Manhole. I fell in the hole. I fell in the hole and I can't get out. Help! Help! I fell in the hole. It's like my favorite TikTok. Hello, I am under the water. Please come help me. It's just a guy like using a water it's like a filter that makes it look like he's underwater. And he's just like, hello, I am under the water. Please help me. But it's so good. I fucking love his accent. It's just so cute. Legitimately my favorite video on TikTok, probably. Okay, I gotta name my layers here. New TikTok trend, fall down a manhole and record it. Yeah, for real. Let's get all the teens falling down sewer holes. Frankie inks. Oh no, that's not how you spell that word. There is no J in ink. I've gotta do all my characters on separate layers. Because they're all gonna be separate little standees. Yeehaw. Jink. No, there was I put a J instead of a K, so it was like Inge. I spelled it Frankie Inge. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. Playing in the arms of an angel for only a penny a day. You can contribute to the prevention of VTubers falling down a clearly marked manhole. Shut up. Shut up. You fall down a manhole on stream one time, and your chat never lets you live it down. What type of personality is INJK? Good question. Introverted. Not joking. Killed a man. There we go. There we go. I did it. I did it. Is everyone proud of me? Introverted, just kidding. Yeah. Yes, the other thing I wanted to talk about. So, for everyone who keeps asking me, Star, are you ever gonna do any video game streams? Star, you haven't done a video game stream in a really long time. Star, are you ever gonna do any more video game streams? Well, chat, unfortunately, while I was in Atlanta, I was alerted to the existence of this one fucking cowboy. Some of you guys already know what this is about because I posted about it on socials right before the stream. But I've had no interest at all in playing Honkai Star Rail, or as me and my friends call it, Hong Kong Star Impact. I had no interest at all in playing this game until this past weekend, when my friends did alert me to the fact that there is, in fact, a fucking robot cowboy in it. And he's so stupid. He's so dumb. Yes, Boot Hill. I hate him. He's exactly my type. He was made for me. Here, I will So my friend Athena was the person who introduced me to this character. While I was staying at their house, Athena dragged me over to her computer and was like, Star, I need to show you this stupid cowboy. He was made for you. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she was like, just let me show him to you. And she showed me like his trailer and like some of the shit that he does. And he's just like this fucking, I've been calling him slutty waist cowboy. And he's so dumb and he's so stupid and his pants are so tight. Athena was like Athena got him in game yesterday, I suppose. And was like texting me like pictures of him and like images of like, I guess characters send you texts in game. And so this man eats his bullets, first of all. He has gun arms and he eats the bullets. That is canon. They are like Twinkies to him. He just fucking eats them. And so I asked, he's like, what is wrong with him? And Athena just says everything. And that's basically all you need to know. And I said, I keep thinking I want to hold this man like that one cartoon cat, but I don't have time to play the game. And then it's that one like big like Looney Tunes bulldog holding the cat and just like petting it with its thumb. That's me with Boot Hill, honestly. And that's just like me with slutty waist cowboy. So, and then Athena says, my Boot Hill posting is now recommending me Miku Miku dance videos of him dancing. And I was like, send them to me. And so then she just sends me a whole bunch of MMD videos of the slutty waist cowboy doing little Vocaloid dances. And I will admit that I have watched most of these more than once. And I'm just like, God, I'm just watching this video and why are his pants so damn tight? The stupid fucking cowboy is making me act up. I'm getting stupid aggression. It's like cute aggression, but when the character is too stupid to live and must be stopped. And that's how I feel about this fucking guy. There's apparently a ship involving him called Guns N' Roses, and I don't know this other punk, but he's very fabulous and he has pretty red hair. And then I sent to Athena earlier today, Tumblr keeps showing me Boot Hill's This Is Your Fault. She says you're welcome. I said, and YouTube keeps recommending me how to build Honkai Star Rail characters. I don't care about that. I want to see the cowboy dance in his tight little pants. Comes into your fandom and objectifies your cowboy. He's just, guys, I can't help it. He's so dumb. He's so dumb, you guys. And I had no interest in this game until I found out that this character existed. But he's so stupid. He's so stupid. He's so dumb. I love him. He eats bullets like Twinkies and he's stupid and he can't swear. He says son of a nice lady when he means son of a bitch, and I hate him. I love him. He's so dumb, you guys. Here, we're not gonna watch the whole thing, but I will post this link in the chat so you guys can see this dumbass I'm talking about. Holy fork, son of a nice lady. No, that's how he talks! That's how he talks. He's dumb, and I love him. I hate that I love him, because it means that now I have to play the video game. I hate him. I love him. Guys, he's so stupid. He's so stupid. I need a plushie of him that I can squeeze too hard and then aggressively volleyball spike into the ground. I love him. He's stupid. Anyway, so the point is that now I have to play Honkai Star Rail. And I was thinking that if I'm gonna do this, I might as well make it content. So what I'm thinking is sometime next week, I will download this game, and then I will play this game on stream just long enough for me to get to the part where you get a couple of free rolls at the beginning of the game. And then I will roll for this cowboy, and if I don't get him, I will never touch the game again. And if I do get him, then I guess legally at that point I am required to play the game. So, I just want this stupid cowboy. I love him. He's stupid. He's stupid and dumb. I must have him. I'm just like doing the fucking squeeze. I just want to squeeze him. Honkai Star Rail. No, we were joking about this at Momocon last year that I kept thinking that like, because I guess Honkai Impact is an actual game. So they have Genshin Impact, they have Honkai Star Rail, and they have Honkai Impact. And these are all three completely separate games. And so when Honkai Star Rail came out, I called it Honkai Star Impact. And then we joked it was Honk Star Impact. And then I was like, yeah, that's the sound that the truck made right before it hit me. And that's just what I called the accident. Hong Star Impact. It's like, I don't care about the rest of this game. I had no interest in playing this game until this slutty waist cowboy showed up. But I love him. And he's so stupid and I love him. And okay, have you guys seen those Trigun Stampede Vash plushies that are just like 2 heads tall and they're so little? And he's just a fucking little guy and they're like the perfect size to just fucking squeeze in your hand. I want one of those, but boot hill, so that I can just like aggressively squeeze him. I just want to like put this van in my hand and squeeze. Like Fumo's? No, smaller. Hang on. There's like a very specific, yes! Look at him. Look at him, he is little. Look at him, he is so small. These plushies are like maybe 6 inches tall. He's so little. I want one of Boot Hill, and I want to just fucking squeeze it with one hand. I just want to wrap my hand around his dumb little torso and squeeze him. I bet there will be Boot Hill plushies like that. If they come out with one, I want to be the first to hear about it. I'm gonna look it up. How long has he been in the game? Has he been in the game long enough? People have already made plushies of him. They can't be, right? Like, he hasn't even been in the banner until... Oh, shut up. No. No, you can't do this to me. No. You can't actually already have plushies of this man. No, stop. No. You can't... No. I'm weak. No. I'm weak. Oh. Oh no. Well. Listen. I'm gonna just close that tab and pretend that I didn't see it. I'm gonna close that tab and pretend I didn't see it. I can't be doing this. We can't be doing this, chat. I'm not buying it right now. The face is a little creepy. But just knowing that they already exist. God damn it. My wallet is weak. I just got back from a con where I made money. You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me when I just made money and now have a budget for dumb plushies. It's for content, business purchase. No, the devil in my shoulder is whispering in my ears to buy this stupid fucking cowboy plushie. I'm gonna be honest, the only reason this is not in my cart right now is because his weird little mouth kind of freaks me out. He does have shark teeth, which is very strange. Like, why are his teeth like that? That's like the only reason I did not buy it. I need him to look exactly like this Vash plushie. I need him to have like that kind of stupid face. If he does not have that level of stupid face, I need him to look like there is no brain cells. I need him to look so stupid so that I can squeeze him. It's for eating bullets. Oh, listen. So yeah, we'll probably stream that game maybe like Monday or Wednesday next week, because if I don't get the stupid cowboy, I need time to grind more materials to get the stupid cowboy. We'll see if I even like the game. I have been told that it is better than Genshin, and it does have an auto battle system, which is good because I have a hard time playing video games that require a lot of grinding that don't have an auto battle. Which is one of the reasons I stopped playing Genshin. The other reason is because they never gave me D-Look, even though I said that I wanted him so badly. I want the pretty red boy. He's so pretty, and look at his ponytail. Give him to me. Especially his fucking second outfit with his pretty fucking high ponytail. High ponytail D-Look? Ha! But the game never gave me him, and so I was like, okay, fuck you then, and I stopped playing Genshin. And so that is one of the many reasons why I stopped playing Genshin Impact. But I have been told that the story in Honkai is actually pretty good, and they made a lot of quality of life changes over Genshin that actually like really help improve. Like you can fast travel to all of your dailies, and there is an auto battle, which I love that. And so who knows? Maybe I will actually like it. I tend to enjoy fantasy more than sci-fi, but my friends were singing this game's praises, and also it has dumb, stupid, slutty waist cowboy in it. So who knows? Maybe I will like it. This is just me coping. This is me coping. If I don't get stupid slutty waist cowboy on stream, you guys will witness a heartbreak. You guys will witness me just like never playing another video game ever again. Star Rail is an open world though, and you know what? Honestly, I'm fine with that. Not every game needs to be open world. And I'm dying on this hill. I am not moving from this hill. I feel like Pokemon got worse once people kept asking for like open world Pokemon. Scarlet and Violet would have been a better game if it was not open world, and I will die on this hill. Because they're just like, it just throws out all the level design aspects of it. Of like the different like routes. Take us back. Reject modernity, embrace tradition. Not every game needs to be open world, and I will die on this hill. Not every game needs to be open world. If you're gonna do an open world game, you have to commit to it. And Scarlet and Violet did not commit, and that's why I did not like them. Among other reasons. Anyway. Yeah, so it's like, I don't need more open world games. I need games that are easy to beat. And short and fun and sweet. I don't need any more, like, 1,000-hour video games. That's another one of the reasons why I stopped playing Genshin. Genshin Impact is a game for people who want a game to be too much game. There is just too fucking much Genshin. You want to play Genshin? Good luck. There's like fucking a bajillion hours of stuff for Genshin. I don't need that much video game. I want a video game that I can sit down and beat in 100 hours or less. It's why I'm not good with mobile games, because they just keep coming out with more video game. And I'm like, well, maybe I don't want more video game. Maybe I want the same amount of video game that I've been getting, because maybe I'm fine with that and I don't have an infinite number of hours in the day. Maybe I'm just old. But Pokemon needs to not be open world. I think that what was it? I actually liked kinda sorta how they did the open world in Sword and Shield, where it was like part of it was open, but the entire game wasn't open. Like they still had, you know, like fun little routes that you could walk down. And, you know, like, maybe they make it open world, quote unquote, but, like, you still have, like, the different routes. And it's like, if you want to get to this town, you have to take this trail. It's just, I don't know. I don't think that every single game needs to be open world. The FOMO from all the events is super anxiety inducing, too. Yeah, no, I just don't do events in mobile games anymore. Too much game in my game. Yeah, very much. That's like one of the reasons. That's one of, again, several reasons I stopped playing Genshin. It's just too much fucking game. I like never played any of the events in Genshin because I'm just like, I'm still trying to catch up with all the regular shit that's not a special event. There's too much video game in your video game. I actually really liked Sword and Shield, and I think it is overhated. It really is. Especially, like, compared to Scarlet and Violet, like, Sword and Shield was fun. I liked Sword and Shield. I streamed it, and died. I died in my Nuzlocke I did for that game, but I had fun. Part is not colored. Anyway, there's my... Hello. That was on the wrong layer. Anyway, there's my kiddos! I'm gonna do color corrections and shading off stream, probably. But there's my kiddos. They're running. They're heckin' zooming. The kiddos! Look at them. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a stream because I am tired and my voice hurts. But at the very least, we have finished drawing the kiddos. We finished the base drawing. This needs a lot of color adjustments. But look at them kiddos. But yeah, so I will go ahead and end it with this. If you guys are watching, if you have not checked it out already, please consider supporting my webcomic cast off on... I almost said Patreon, not Patreon. Kickstarter! There's a limited time Kickstarter campaign happening right now. There's a link at the top of the chat in the pinned comment and also below the stream in the YouTube description, where you can get this standee once it's all finished, as well as the physical copy of my webcomic's very first physical print volume. On Kickstarter, this standee will be available exclusively through Kickstarter. And I also have a bunch of other goodies, like a cool, fun, cute sticker and a cool, fun, cute print set. And you can get your book signed by me. And it's gonna be all kinds of cool stuff. And if we get to 45K, I'm gonna add like 10 bonus pages to the book just talking about world building and stuff. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, that is my shill. I'm gonna go and take a rest. It is Star Takes a Nap time. But thank you all for joining me. I will see you guys next week for playing Honkai Star Rail and trying to get the Slutty Waist Cowboy stream. But until then, very well, friends. I will see you all next time. Bye.